Tampa Bay Lightning lose Game 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals 4-2 against the Washington Capitals. We'll go ahead and talk about it. It was a really ugly game. Kind of reminiscent of the first game against Boston, actually, in the sense that we didn't come out to play and the other team came out to play. As I said, though, the Lightning just didn't come out to play in this game. The Capitals came out ready, motivated to play. Some could blame it on the break amount of time that we had off, but I don't think so. I just think that the Washington Capitals came out hungrier in this game, and ultimately that's why they got up to such a great start. But with just 12 minutes and 30-some seconds left in the first period, Kempny shoots it. It is a perfect shot off the post and in. Vasi screened by several players, 2 Lightning, 2 Caps, and it is 1-0. Great shot by Kempny. Vasi will get a lot of hate from this game, I can already tell. But honestly, it's not Vasi's fault that this game was lost in the slightest, actually. If the team in front of him did not help him out in any way, shape, or form. I will talk more about that on the next 2 goals because those 2 goals have a lot to do with the team not helping out Vasi when he needs them to. So here's the really gross part and ultimately what would be the turning point in this game. The Lightning would score with under a minute left. Nikita Kucherov would go on a breakaway, score a great creative goal on Holtby. However, the Lightning rightfully called for too many men on the ice to get that breakaway in the first place. And literally 2 or 3 seconds on that power play, the Washington Capitals win the faceoff. Puck goes to Ovi, shoots it, goal. That is a great goal scorer's goal if I've ever seen one. Ovechkin scores the goal to make it 2-0 instead of a 1-1 game heading over into the second period. And that would be the turning point of this game. 2-0 instead of being tied. How much of a heartbreak, how much of a demoralizing thing is that when you think you tied the game up and literally seconds later the other team goes ahead and scores to make it a 2-0 game heading into the first intermission. Just under 3 minutes in the second period, the Washington Capitals hemming in the Lightning again. You know, I always talked about the forecheck and how much pressure the Lightning put on the other teams in the last 2 series. The Washington Capitals took that and did that against us. They hemmed us in. They were forechecking us like crazy. Didn't give us an ounce of space. And that is huge props to the Capitals for doing that. And it's almost like the Lightning didn't quite know how to handle it in the first and second period. But anyways, as I was saying, the Washington Capitals pinning the Lightning in their zone, getting the puck moving, and they would find... The pass would go to Ovechkin, who really just fans on a shot, like completely scuffs it, and Vasi like goes over. He's in position for a shot. However, he fans it, so the puck literally just goes right into the middle of the ice. Beagle would just poke it home, and it would be 3-0 Capitals. And under 3 minutes in the second period, and 3-0 is a harsh but deserved scoreline for the Lightning. And it sucks to say that. That was just not the game you wanted from the Lightning at all. And it would even get worse after that. With 13 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second period, the power play for the Washington Capitals after Nikita Kucherov gets called for roughing, whatever, and they would capitalize. The pass would go over to Ovechkin, who shoots it. He fans on the shot. Another shot would come in from dead blank. Vasilevsky makes the save somehow, and no D-man is there to help out clean that up, and they get a second attempt somehow from right in front of the net. How are the Washington Capitals going to get 2 point-blank chances in front of Vasilevsky? And Vasi bails us out on the first one, but no D-man to help cover that second shot. It goes between his legs. Now Vasi just looks bad, and it's not even his fault in the slightest. 4-0 Capitals. And deserved. I mean, completely deserved. They outplayed us in every way, shape, and form in the first and second period. You cannot give a team 2 point-blank chances in front of your goalie. I know they're on the power play and they have another guy than you do, but someone has to stop the second attempt. Vasi bails us out. He's not even he's expecting an Ovechkin shot, so he's already moved over so much. And so he bails us out. He kicks out his leg from the complete other side after a shot comes in from the center. Ehlers, I believe it is, who gets the goal, but he's just point blank in front of the net after Vasi already made a point blank save. Unacceptable, but the Lightning, at least in consolation, would learn from this going into the third period. And I think more than anything, I tweeted about it actually, is that even if we didn't win the game, the Lightning had to, just for pride, or maybe just for the fans, for everybody, had to win that third period. Not necessarily win the game, but win the third period, because if you don't win that third period, your psyche is going to be all off. I mean, the confidence levels would be shaking. But the Lightning would come out and win the third period, obviously losing the game in the whole, but the Lightning would come out and play the Lightning way in the third period. 60 minutes and some seconds left in the third period. The Tampa Bay Lightning would go on the power play, and the Lightning were just playing with pride. Like, they really had nothing to lose, and they wanted it. And this is the way I wish they would have started the game, because it would have been a heck of a lot more interesting game if they had started the way they finished it. So Kucherov does a great pass through the seam, zips the pass into Stamkos, and Stamkos can handle that if it's in the right area. Buries it. Holtby couldn't move over in time. Lightning 4-1 down with 16 minutes and 12 or give or take seconds left in the third. This is what you wanted from the Lightning. Honestly, they gave themselves a chance to even come back in this game. Obviously, they would not come back in the bigger picture, but they were winning the third period, and that ultimately matters the most in this situation. It's kind of weird to say, but like, you don't want to lose all 3 periods of a game. Like, if you might lose the game in this situation when you're down 4-0 going into the third, but you have to, for your pride, for your team, for your fan base, win that third period, and that's what the Lightning did, which I'm very happy for. I also forgot to mention, they would rest Vasilevsky after the second period. He did play the remaining of the second period. Louis Domingue would come in, and he did a heck of a job. I mean, applauds to Domingue for doing such a great job in the circumstances. This is his first playoff game this season, and he did a heck of a job. I can recall one point-blank chance that the Capitals had. He's on this side, the pass goes over, and he would just stop it on the goal line with his other pad. Heck of a save. But it would get a little better for the Lightning, and they would actually go ahead and score a second goal. This would be from Andre Palat. It was just like a breakup play. That point, Palat-Johnson line was on the ice, and Palat gets a chance to take the puck up ice. Stroman makes a heck of a just skates past his defender to get some space for Palat, and instead of passing, Palat takes the shot, which the Lightning needed to do on so many situations in this game. Takes the shot. Holtby was expecting the pass, and Lightning are down 4-2, and that's where the scoring would stop. The Capitals did a tremendous job shutting down the Lightning at the end of the third period with 3 or 4 minutes left in the game. Gave them no shots. So respectable effort from the Lightning just to win that third period, but a heck of a job from the Capitals to ultimately close out the game when the Lightning came out buzzing. So overall, talking points. Yes, Lightning played a terrible first game in the Eastern Conference Finals. But remember, I wouldn't want to say we played a terrible first game against Boston. The score is a little misleading. But the Lightning played a stinker of a game against Boston as well. And they learned from it. And the Lightning actually did learn a lot. If we played like we did in the third period from period 1, that would have been at least a tied game going into possibly overtime. However, we did not. And you got to give tips off to Capitals for playing the way they did, because they played a heck of a game. Going into game 2, which will be in the day after tomorrow, so the Lightning games are every other day, and then the Vegas Jets series is every other day between that. So going into the next game, like, we have to be ready. We have to play better than that. I will be personally going to game 5, and I will make sure to get some coverage of that at the arena. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're new here, make sure to drop a sub. That would be super appreciated. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Obviously, let's hope for a Lightning win in Game 2. Hashtag #GoldBolts, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Wait, before I forget, I do want to give a shout out to Jess. She's a fan of me. She found me through my main channel, which is JPW03. That is a gaming channel. However, you're on the hockey channel, and she sent me 2 amazing hockey... Well, she sent me several things, actually, but I just want to show you 2 paintings she sent me. So a while ago, she sent me this one, which is of Steven Stamkos. Amazing, amazing piece of work. I love it. I actually have it sitting over here. And just today, I went to my P.O. box, and she sent me this one, which is awesome as well. I love them both. And she also sent me that picture right there. So thank you so much, Jess. I appreciate that. Either way, that will be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we're hopefully going to be celebrating a Bolts win, but we'll see. Good game, Capitals. We'll see you in game 2.